with some great games, and yeah, really happy to be here with you.
Man, it should be a lot of fun, of course. Like I mentioned on my tweet, eFIBA is a lot of fun to watch the 61 nations compete, and of course, we got a chance to see 8 of them out in Sweden. And we wanted to make sure that we kind of showed a little bit more love to the EU folks right before the NBA 2K League draft in 2 days down south in Orlando. I think all eyes are going to kind of be on Warnox, right, to see how he performs today in the semis and to see if he can go ahead and get to the finals as well.
Yeah, and we're gonna have the answer tomorrow on Thursday, right? So yeah, we're gonna have all the eyes is gonna be on him and on the European community because we have three French team tonight and one Belgium one. So it's gonna be really exciting to see.
You mentioned the teams themselves, but like help me out here. Who are the players that I should kind of be on the lookout for? As we've got, just kind of starting things off, a couple of buckets exchanged, but who's the player that I need to really lock in on?
I think on Azerion, the one that you need to check is Scorpi, the point guard is going to have a lot of shots. Is the type of player who will take a really a lot of shots. So the team works around him. We have also Este on the center who is really good on the rebound. So it works really well between those two guys. And on the other side, it's kind of like all the team, I guess, but the one who is the strongest and who has a lot the ball is Zyrox on the shooting guard position for SLUC Nancy. So I think that yeah, you can keep an eye on him.
Most interested in is going to be the fact of how we always say, European basketball is different than American basketball. And of course, we know that to be true when it comes to like the NBA style, like the in person, in real life basketball. But it'll be interesting to see how it kind of has an impact here as well. Typically, I know in the past they like to play a little bit more 5 out, but here you see a bit more pick and roll action as it's a 3-point ball game. Takes that shot, looks to be contested, and it was. It gets the offensive rebound. It's going to get a quick little foul. What's up, Nap? Good to see you in the chat. Got a couple of first time chatters in the house as well. TTV 978. And I'm going to call you Ty because I'm going to mess up that name. So appreciate you guys for joining us. Make sure you hit the follow button. Hoping to have a good tournament here. So let's go ahead and break down the structure of things, right? You've got two semifinals that are going to be played here tonight. It's going to be a best of three. And then, of course, the winner of that is going to go ahead and move on to the finals, which will also be a best of three and be crowned the EU Slamfest champion. And of course, the main part of this is just to kind of show a little bit more exposure to the European players, to the American coaches, the players, and everybody else that's involved with the league as well. We've got about a minute 40 left in this one, still a 3-point ball game. But what would you say, Tech? Do you feel like there is a big of a difference when it comes to the way that the Europeans play 2K compared to the Americans? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's I mean, it's kind of like a huge difference. And the main that I saw is the experience because in US, you have a lot of tourney, you have a lot of talented player, of course, but with the NBA 2K League experience and all the money that you have on the different tourney, it's kind of like different because in Europe we have some, of course, great tournaments, but not that much. So of course we have some great talents, but not so many if you compare to the US. So I'm kind of like that's the main difference.
We saw a nice, beautiful offensive rebound, kicked it out to the left side for the three, but here's the top of the key shot. That one's going to miss. Another offensive rebound secured on the other side.
Yeah, as I
Back
say,
down low.
stay always here for the board. He's copy with the ball. He has to take the shot. That's the 3 points. He's gonna miss it. Red Bull with the board, and it's gonna be a turnover. And Tano is here. He's gonna find Ryan on the fast break, and that's 2 more points. It's a tie game, 10-10 in the game.
We're trailing a little bit, but they obviously come back and tie things up. We'll see if they're able to take the lead going into the second quarter. And that's going to be a loose ball, but he picks it right back up. Trying to get a little bit of space, has a reset right back to him. Trying to attack from the right side. There's a slip, but nothing there. Top of the key. Don't know if that big man has the ability to shoot in his build or not, but got to make something happen. No one there to offensive rebound. So you've got 5 seconds to cut on the fast break, and they're just going to launch it. Not even going to try to really hit the fast break there. But what are your thoughts as we come to the end of the first quarter?
Yeah, for the moment, I guess that we have some defensive matchup because 10-10 is not that much in a game. And as we can see right here, that's a block from Savage, who's going to find his shooting guard on the wing, but it's also going to be almost a turnover. So, yeah, it's gonna be, I guess, a defensive game.
See if they're able to get a little bit. And tell you what, I'm gonna leave it up to the producer. I know we're gonna go ahead and have a listen in, treat the folks. I'm excited to see what languages come out of here, what type of curse words come out in French. But nonetheless, though, let's go ahead and have a listen in. It'll be the producer's choice, my man Max. Take us away.
J'ai paint. Fort. Zone. J'ai ça croise. Bien joué. Kings. Je te le laisse. J'arrive. Ah putain, je me de merde. Je sais pas si tu peux, mais range le 45 si y arrive. Sur la route. Ouais. T'as carré. Merci. Oh, bien joué. J'ai droit. Je suis pas loin du tête. T'es fort. J'ai. En fait, quand il est lent, je te la laisse en vrai. Nique sa mère. Ouais. Vas-y. Là, je remonte. Je te laisse. Y'a plus rien, y'a rien à grailler. Change si ça croise. J'ai ma cut encore, j'ai box out. Reprends, super. 3 secondes. Je peux pas, hein. Les box. Rends. Ah putain. Bah, aussi. Oh là là. Pas le qui. Je lâche ta carré. Situé. Proche cut. Ah non, ok. Je super. Ok, fort. Je prends Carl. C'est bien, pas du temps, c'est fort. Zone. Super. J'ai 45 encore. Fort. Kings. Super. On est bien. 4. C'est eux quoi? Oh, j'ai peur, putain. Fais gaffe, parce que là, le call, c'est tellement tôt que la kick, tu peux la cancel, je pense. Ouais, ok. Croise. Rota carré. Putain. Je sais. Fais bien. J'ai mon tech orga derrière. Change. J'ai Nanos. Je pire pive. Ah. Change. C'était. L2. Oh, merci. Allez, green. Merci, Goat. Vas-y, Scorpi, s'ils refont ça, reprends SG, ouais. S'ils font exprès de faire à chaque fois, là ça va. Je la ligne. Fort. Zone. Ça croise, côté triangle. T'es bien, j'ai le roll. Jamais, j'ai le board. Ah non. On est côté fort zone. Gaffe la passe. Fort. Ouais. Croise. Très bon. Faut pas panier gratuit. Reste bas, laisse-moi mourir. Vas-y. Jamais il a rien. Allez, laisse-moi. Vas-y. GG. Faites gaffe au cut. Change surtout si ça croise. Prends la droite. Super. À quoi derrière au cas où. T'es couvert en regard, pose un triangle. Swap, vas-y, go. Je vais allez. Side. On est bien. Joue bas. Vas-y. Fort. Allez. La quête. GG, t'inquiète. Dommage. laisse pas. Au pire, laissez le tirer carré, on sait même pas s'il shoot bien. Rota carré. Reset et roll, reset et roll. Je vais faire le call. Magnifique. Chill take. Ah, je vais pas le mettre. Je vais pas le mettre. Ok, côté fort, zone, pareil. Je suis bien. Je garde. Bien joué, celui-là. Là, faut jouer. Non, ouais, encore 45 opposés, le temps que j'arrive. Vous avez quoi? Ouais. C'est moi qui la passe. Envoie Zeko, on va la match, j'ai le take, je surprends. Pas le temps. Ah, j'ai pas le temps. Non, c'était la face.
And that's going to be the end of the second quarter as we come to halftime. Start things off in the third. What did you think about the first half there, Tech?
I mean, as I say before, defensive game, and it's maybe a little bit better on the Azerion side, and it leads to great offense and fast break. As we saw, Savage had 7 points, ST had 8 points more, and yeah, that's really kind of impressive, and the communication is really good. That was the team that we are listening, and that's really good for them.
On the communication side of things, you can hear them call things out on the defensive side where it's going to be king stacks, different things like that. So you
Exactly.
can hear the comms there. And of course, still a close ball game. It was 10-10 at the end first. And it was still a close one here in the second half. That one's going to be 3 back. Great job getting back on the defensive side. No easy points on the fast break opportunities. He's got badge, got takeover, looking to take advantage of a deep shot from the left side. And he finds the bottom of the net to extend the lead. 4.
Yeah, really impressive with the way that Scorpio can find the basket every time. And even if you have some low percentage in the start of the game, he's gonna continue to shoot, and that's the most important thing that you have to do when you're point guard.
And shout out to my man, my brother, my man with the extra rib, Harris with the raid. Appreciate you, buddy. Hope your mock draft went well. And look on your phone, man, because if I start coughing and blowing my nose, I might need to hit you up. But appreciate the raid, appreciate the love. What's up, chat? Hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. Just breaking it down, it's the EU Slamfest. You've got a lot of great players to keep an eye on. Of course, Warnox is going to be the main one that a lot of GMs and individuals are going to see what they can do in the semifinals. And of course, we'll see if he makes it to the finals or not. Nice pump fake, but he doesn't go up with it. And he finally does to get the jam. We've got my man Tech from EU hanging out with us. And of course, later on, we'll have Mario, who just got promoted to head coach for Dukes Infinitos. That'll be a fun conversation, especially with him being an international player, then representing an org such as Dukes Infinitos, and now leading the way as well. And then, of course, we'll have Nick from the 6 joining us to finish things off as well.
Yeah, and Azerion is up by 3 now. And it's SLUC Nancy with the ball by Trey. He's going to find a solution. He's going to try to find Raheem on the corner. It's going to be a good defense. The fast break is going quick. Scorpio is going to be fouled to avoid the easy points.
Got to make sure you go ahead and limit those fast break opportunities and have them play that half-court offense. We'll get you guys to listen in to start things off in the fourth. But if you're a U.S. player, you might not understand what they're saying in French, but I promise you, you can understand what they're trying to communicate on the defensive side as well. Trying to get it past half court. They do successfully. Didn't have the thumbs to get that steal.
Yeah, Zyrox with the ball. He's going to try to find a Raheem in the corner. That's a really great pass, but he's going to miss the open shot. And ST is still there with the board.
Bringing up the court.
With the
Nice
fade
fade.
in the corner, he's going to miss it. That's a really great shot. Unlucky for him that he can't find the buckets. But Raheem once again, and that time it's a green shot.
Finds an open one from the left corner there. Cuts the lead down to 2. 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Scorpy trying to get it past half court. Trying to get a little bit of space. Thought he almost would have lost the ball there. Gets it out over to his teammate on the left side. Not sure he was thinking he was going to get that pass, but oh, and that one's going to get denied. A green that gets blocked, but they get the offensive rebound, kicks it back up to the top of the key. Fades away for a shot from the top. That one's not going to go. Defensive rebound secured. Man open for a second, but he's going to go ahead and jam that one home. And just like that, with 2 minutes left to go in the third, we're tied up at 34 apiece.
Yeah, once again, that's a tie game. Scorpy with the ball. He's going to try to find a solution. Esteo's going to try to play the pick and roll. It's going to be Seiko. 5 seconds on the clock. That's the mid-range, and he's going to make it. That's a really great shot once again.
And that's a decision that you have to make as a guard, right? Is when you're about to go inside, you don't have a shot at the three-point line. You think you might attack the basket, but you got to know if that center is going to come up or not. Maybe the midi is the best shot that you can take so you don't risk getting blocked. Dread, he's going to go ahead and lose the ball. That one's going to be stolen away. Zayko with it now. Trying to slow things down, getting the offense rearranged. You can see the center ready to go ahead and set a pick. Sets it on Casper. Nothing there, but he's got the roll and no one inside the paint to stop him. And we were tied up at 34 apiece, but just like that, they've got the 4-point lead with a minute left to go in the third.
Yeah, we heard them during the listening that Scorpy make a lot of call for ST and told him when he has to roll, when he had to pop. And that's the kind of relation that you have to have with between the point guard and the center.
There's been a lot of just, they have the open shots. The guards do off of the pick, but they just don't take them. They try to pass it out because they're anticipating the defender to come close out. But that's going to be a beautiful pass to the left side. That's going to be a three. They said
And the momentum is back, yeah, in Azerion hands.
Quick 7 points for Azerion Esports. As we near the start of the fourth quarter, about 4 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. We'll get you guys to listen in to start things off in the fourth quarter. So about 10 seconds of gameplay left here in the third. Scorpy trying to get something going. Gets it over to the right side. Flare up shot. Is that going to be worth it? You betcha it is. 44-37. What a play call. That works out in about 6 seconds. Can they have the chance to return the favor? They're not going to be able to. But Tech, you got to love the play call. Flare up from the right side corner up to the hash. Knocks down the three.
Yeah, I love it. And that's kind of like the right way to use a mismatch, because that was a shorter player on the power forward, and he made the shot with like 6%, but it's kind of like open for him. So that's a really, really great call.
All right, let's go ahead to that listen, and then we promise the folks at home.
J'ai ma queue, toi bien. 8 secondes, j'ai 45. Je te laisse. Pas le choix. Merci. Oh non. C'est la deuxième fois comme ça. Putain. Ce jeu, c'est trop de la merde. C'est pas grave, on a plus 4. On va marquer. T'as carré. Je peux remonter si tu veux encore. C'est dur. J'ai Xerox. Ok, GG Paint. Côté triangle, zone. J'avais cramé. Viens, change. Ça lèche, je reprends. Non, c'est bon, j'ai zéro, tant pis. Merci, Zeko. Descends du lot. Vas-y, go. Le mid. Oh putain, quel jeu possible d'aller chercher. Très meilleur tir. Ah. Ouais. Rota carré. Envoie un swap, Swarpy. Go. On n'arrive jamais à l'avoir. Off-ball. Pourquoi on n'arrive pas à l'avoir comme ça? Rota carré toujours. Merci, c'était. Ouais, plus 4. Il a le tech by trade, mais c'est pas pour autant qu'il est super dangereux. Allez. Oh, t'as free. Fort, fort, fort. Fort zone pour l'instant. J'ai la cut, j'ai la cut. Attention à Dex. Merci, super. Je joue haut. Vas-y, j'ai ton corner, j'ai corner. Cuit. Fais pas de carrière. 6. Ok. Merci. Prends. Je peux pas. Merci. Oh, calme. Oh, calme. Fort pour ta triangle. 4 savage. Pinch. Ouais, c'est sûr. Tu l'avais, hein. Le shoot. Corner, tu l'avais, ouais. En poulet. Mais au début. Tout est non. Catch. Enfin, catch, pardon. Catch. Après dribble. Rota carré. C'est Echo quand je vais middle que tester maintien. Vas-y. Maintenant. Change. Ok, on est placé. Je couvre. Reviens, côté triangle. Frappe pas. GG. Kings. Attends. 6. Garde bien la droite. Non. Les rats, allez. Ok, super. Oh dommage. Ah ouais, mais là. Je cours. Garde pique. Attends. T'as carré. Joue lentement.
Ourselves a 2-point ball game here. A minute 37 left to go. Trying to take him, and he's going to go ahead and knock down the 3. And just like that, takes the 1-point lead.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the first lead for SLUC Nancy in the game. That's really impressive because they made the right shows at the right moment for this money time now.
Coming into the second half, they had 5 turnovers, and now they have 6, so they've only committed 1, whereas the other side, they've committed about 4 total, so they've really stopped shooting themselves in the foot, but they do go ahead and give up the lead. They've had a nice run here in the fourth quarter, but they've got to find a way to close things out, especially when you've got Take, and you're the only one on the court with Take right now. Tread, back over outside to Smoke. Looking for a fake wrap, gets it back over to him. Trying to find a little bit of space. Dots the left side. The defense. Do they get there in time? They do, and that's going to be a defensive rebound. They've got the 1-point lead. Looking to make it 4, and 4. There it is. It's 51-47 with a minute 08 left.
Yeah, the fast breaks work so well for Azerion during this game, and they prove it once again with that 3 on the fast break.
Dredge, still plenty of time. Had it easy 2 down low with the big fella, but he takes the elbow shot. That one's not going to go. I'm sure he wishes he just got the easy 2 with the dunk inside. Scorpy now getting bumped around. Got to be careful not to lose the ball. Oh, and he just swipes by the defender. Thought he had some space. Offensive rebound there, and that's going to be a foul. Worse after this one is over. We'll go ahead and recap it for you, and then we'll take you to the other semifinals that's going down. It is going to be a best of 3. We'll see who takes away this one in a game 1. Scorpy. Just going to milk the clock as much as possible as his team's already up by 4. See. Tread. Down inside.
Yes, Irox had the shot on this one. Trade for 3. And he's going to mix it.
Got to go ahead and get a fluky steal. I'm surprised they're not trying to press him. They're trying to create something. Did he step out of bounds? Did he step out of bounds? Yes, he did. I'm coughing. I'm sick, and it doesn't matter. Steps out of bounds. The defense does their job. Other down. Seconds left to go. Steal number
That's
1.
the ball game.
Tread. Trying to find a 2. Has the crab, and he has the shot. They're up by 1. They get the steal. They get the mid. Got the 1-point lead. But they need to play defense for 2.7 more seconds.
And Tread is making a huge performance in the fourth quarter for real with the takeover, and now with the buckets to take the lead at 2 seconds in the game. That's impressive.
Away, they were down 4, they were down 5, and they come back with a 1-point lead, but it's not over. 2.1. Didn't get the shot off. He didn't even get the shot off. Not sure what the play call was, but you gotta give it up for Tread. Look at that run that they had in the fourth quarter, man. 15-7. They had lost every single quarter except they tied in the first one 10-10. But when it mattered most, they just scored twice as many points as them. They
Yeah,
outscored them
that's it.
2-1.
So that was really better in the fourth quarter, and I think that they make the right choice at the right moment once again. So huge shout out to SLUC Nancy. It's 1-0 in the series, and I guess that Azerion can step up for the next game.